I can have anything that I want. My life is like a movie, I paint pigs with these songs. Now we making history, the Lambo, not no Cherokee. We making moves, we overseas, I'm on top, you is under me. Yeah, I be making moves, yeah, I be making.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on the sideline. And here's a look at the numbers for Curry.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Now the Lakers starting group. We've got Will Barton. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Alexander Walker into the two-guard. For the Heat, they've got Donovan Mitchell. Powell is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Paul George, and it's Curry in at the one spot. Clark, you admire rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass? Well, Kevin, as the season goes on, and here we are about halfway through, are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much
They
set.
are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. Which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have enhanced?
Jordan with the rebound. Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And shot out of the cannon. Westbrook so quick on the dribble drive. Defenders with no way of getting over there fast enough to stop him.
Now here's Curry. A 29-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. Shot clock at 6. McGee, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Well, hard to believe that Russell Westbrook has now gone 3 consecutive seasons averaging a triple-double.
Remember, Kevin, just how much we were flipping out about the possibility of somebody doing this again since Oscar Robertson, and now Russell doing it 3 straight years. It's just a mind blow.
And he goes right over Dwight Powell and slams it down.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Now here is McGee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
On Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the three-point line. Last year, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
And the rejection by Love. Pass to George. Puts one up, and the shot goes down.
He's pretty even-keeled, does Paul George. Never too high or too low. And even with the defense on him, basket hand, score, and he did.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against Orlando.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in half-court set this year?
still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days, years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
And here's Barton following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Westbrook surveying the D. 5 to shoot. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
That's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. Doesn't allow his focus to be shaken, even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Here's Westbrook. The pass to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Now, here's Mitchell. Guarded closer. And he jams it right over Kevin Love.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. That one goes in. Pass to Davis. And here's George. Here's Mitchell. That ball's nice speed that time from George. And it's 8 points for Donovan Mitchell.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And Westbrook, here we go. The shot's good from Jordan.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Now, here is George. A 32-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's Mitchell, just 4 to shoot. That shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
The interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That one is off. He's good on the second. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Lakers ahead. They lead by 5. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Sexton the pass to commence. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Mitchell outside. There's the 3. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 11.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
It's Prince on the wing. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish. And here are the Heat now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's George. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And you can't mount any sort of offensive comeback.
Here's Curry. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And that one, good. And that's 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those nights. Right now, Westbrook, relentless.
George against Matthews. George looking around. Shoots Overhaul. And the Heat got another bucket right there.
Yeah, a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
Lakers trail by 11. Westbrook dishes to Love. Shoots over Powell. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Westbrook. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And so it's Miami ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. It's the group on the floor for Miami. George, no good.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
The jumper from the free throw line is good. George has got 14 points for the game.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
Here's Westbrook, and again it's the Lakers.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Here's Matthews, and it's Matthews with the jam.
Yeah, Love can scan the floor. He's always looking for the late cutter and patient with that decision.
And George kicks to Curry. Ball's not loose.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Well, great start.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Mitchell. And the layup falls. He's got 13.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket. Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kicks it to George. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Over Prince. And that's collected by Love. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
And Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms are the reason for the Spider nickname.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And Holmes throws it down.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Curry with the bounce pass. Looney kicks to Mitchell. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-4 run. Barton outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Ed Davis.
It's pretty obvious right now the defense is not comfortable with Barton taking those shots. He's remarkable at drawing fouls when he's on the floor. Will Barton tough to guard given his height and his speed.
Williams' shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Goes up the baseline. It's good. Barton's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say.
Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here's Sexton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one's good by Roby. That free throw good from Barton. Free throw is good from Barton. And here are the Heat now. 6-point game. Here's Mitchell. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kevin Love. Kyle Korver's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off the court.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Jordan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there as DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Here's Mitchell. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Jordan with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. The kick out to Westbrook. Cut the line. Goes back up. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Jordan is a force on the inside. There's no denying that. A real problem right now for the defense.
He's off on the foot.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Williams. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Great, what was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
The defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Mitchell against Korver. McGee, the pass to Curry. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Powell with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Mitchell wide open. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 22 points for Donovan Mitchell.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Westbrook dishes to Love. But they recover it. Over Curry. Again, Los Angeles.
Love is awesome at reading the defense. When they're not up on him, he's going to let it rip.
The Heat trail by 6. And the Heat call time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow.
We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Jordan with the jam. Carter outside. Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Got to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. And that wingspan, getting to that ball.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Let's go from 14. Nice yet again. McGee with the block. Here's Carter. Finish off by Carter.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Out left of the wing. Here's Alexander Walker. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 7.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Westbrook against Mitchell. And the Heat another 3. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
I've seen that huge possession, and he nets it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Count it! Oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And the Lakers call time here. Outside Westbrook.
It's a certain mindset, Kevin, right now to want the ball at the end of the game, and Westbrook has it.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, tough situation.
It's stolen. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. With DeAndre Jordan, you were a big factor inside tonight. How important was it to control the paint?
You know, we just wanted to set the tone defensively for our team. We knew they had some great guards who, really penetrate and break defenses down.
Well, you You took a lot of that away, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Yeah, on state to state, yeah, going bank to bank, yeah, up so check the ranks, yeah, bitch you out of place, yeah, I don't play like Sony, I got scars like Tony, pull up with engine with horse, no pony, these niggas cap, these niggas phony, I am a winner, so where's my trophy, niggas beginners,